Nothing. Welcome to Unfiltered. It's Rick Blood. Some announcements tonight. This coming Sunday, the Superstar Show. You better get your tickets. I heard they're going fast. Still a few openings for performers. So if you want to perform, call Lee down here at the station. So this Sunday, it's going to be a great show. Could be a lot of interesting surprises happening there. And I want to announce the beginning of the official Unfiltered website at unfilteredlive.com. It's all one word, Unfiltered Live. So check it out. We've got the starter page up there right now, and we're going to slowly work on it because as if you've been watching the show, you know that I'm like a computer retard, and I barely figured out my emails and stuff. So we're working on getting some pictures in too. I think we've got that about figured out between me and Bruce. We're getting a handle on that. Special announcements. The following people each gave me $20 to say their name on TV. Matt, Scarewolf, Rob, Christian, and Jane. So that's for you guys. Not really. Not really. Those are all the new people that have found my actual MySpace page and have become members in my circle of friends. So welcome. I got an email the other day. Guy sent me this. It's real newspaper ads. One of them says, free Yorkshire Terrier, 8 years old, hateful little dog, bites. This one says, free puppies, mother, AKC German Shepherd, father, super dog, able to leap tall fences in a single bound. This is a good one. Georgia peaches, California grown, 89 cents a pound. Cows, calves, never bred. Also, one gay bull for sale. That was good. Joining nudist colony, must sell washer and dryer, $100. The best one. For sale by owner. Complete set of Encyclopedia Britannica, 45 volumes, excellent conditions, $1,000 or best offer. No longer needed. Got married last month. Wife knows everything. Isn't that the way it is? Some little news. Lee turned me on to fark.com, so it makes my news gathering a lot easier. I just grab the headlines and I'll make up my own stories. This was submitted by a local news. It says all 99 Iowa counties declared disaster, and not just because they're boring. Storms are coming. And they're talking about the big storm that's headed our way for tomorrow. And I guess now they say it's going to be a lot less than what it was. Here's one from the Fox News out of Florida. Man claims he was paralyzed by a chicken burrito. Well, I can see that happening because I've been paralyzed by a couple of burritos myself. Here's one from CNN.com. Taliban recruited hundreds for suicide army. But don't worry, the numbers will thin out during training. At least if they're good. That was the thing with the kamikaze pilots. All the good ones died during training. And this is some sad news. Today in 1913, the federal income tax took effect. So, God, maybe it's time for a change. Because apparently they got along fine before. And this one I thought was just great. Aircraft carrier John F. Kennedy, which is one of the ships I served on, arrives in Boston on its final journey, its final tour. City police respond with frightened calls to Washington demanding an airstrike on it. So that's kind of crazy. It was a nice ship when I was on it, but once you live on it, it just becomes another boat. Let's go to 1977 now. I'm trying to rush through this, keep it in within 15 minutes, I was told by Bruce. He's very adamant about his directions. This week in 1977, the Coast Guard cutters out of Portsmouth began enforcing the 200-mile limit. And before 1977, we only recognized 12 miles off the shore as territorial waters. But because of the fishing industry, we stretched it. This one I thought it wasn't recent, it wasn't actually news. Well, maybe it was news in 77, but it's a story that says New Hampshire was first on record to refuse returning a runaway slave. And it just goes on all about the whole Underground Railroad movement and how it was big up in this area. And it lists a bunch of places around the area where there are Underground Railroad sites. And I didn't notice any place in Keene that they had mentioned, but rumors that I used to hear as a kid said that underneath West Street here, right around the studio, between the studio and the school board building and the public library and all this whole area is filled with tunnels that were used back then. So, but it's never been confirmed. I've never been down there. I'd like to find if anybody has any information about that, let me know. Here was a story, of course, I talked about a few weeks ago about violence on TV back in 77. And here was a story, Children's Fear linked to TV. And it talked about a scientific cross-section of 17.7 million boys and girls aged 7 to 11. And a quarter of the children said they were afraid someone would hurt them if they went outside to play. And more than half said they were afraid when their parents argued. But it was, I mean, they were trying to keep things under control back then. And I don't know, just like apparently the demand for violence and stuff on TV. Here's some sports stuff. Gordie Howe, this week in 1977, scored his 900th goal as a professional hockey player. And that's pretty impressive in hockey. I don't really follow hockey. My head can't move that fast. Another sports thing from 77, Captain Carl Yastrzemski signed a 2-year contract. Get this, worth $225,000 a year. For Yaz. Come on. And these guys are making millions today? I bet he feels like he got screwed. This I thought was interesting. Out of Concord this week in 1977, meat wrapping bill was drafted by Senator Delbert Downing from Salem. And he had written a bill that would require meat to be wrapped in clear plastic. Because before that, all your meat was wrapped in paper. And you just took it home. And actually, back then, you go to the butcher shop and you pick your meat out of the case, and then they wrapped it in paper. This week in 1977, the space shuttle tests go well. The first piggyback flight tests of the Enterprise. So that was, in the final test, the paired planes rose to 30,000 feet, 2,000 feet higher than planned, and went into a steep dive to 25,000 feet, rehearsing the maneuver to be used when the space shuttle is launched to fly on its own. Because they were thinking about launching it from a plane. So that's weird. This was kind of sad news here, because I reported a few weeks ago that in the elementary schools, they had switched to low-fat milk. And the pilot program had been abandoned, and the whole milk was returning to elementary schools. I don't think it did any harm, because it's not like I got fat. So, all right, just a couple more. We got this week in 1977, Bing Crosby survived a 20-foot fall off a stage. He was 72 years old, and he was taking his bows during a standing ovation and turned the wrong way to leave the stage and fell into the orchestra pit. Bob Hope called him the luckiest man alive. And this blew me away. This says country music show ready. A country music show featuring Dick Graham and his band is being shown 4 times a week on Keene Cable Television, Channel 12. So apparently Cheshire TV wasn't the first. And hopefully we're going to do better than Channel 12. Actually, Randy and Chris were shown 4 times a day from the start. So right there, we're doing better. All right. Let me read my old Mike Blasto says, and then I'll introduce the crew and my guest. February 24th, 1977, Mike Blasto says, I hope that some staff worker for some member of New Hampshire's congressional delegation reads this message. I am hard-pressed to find adequate words to express the outrage of New Hampshire residents over the sneaky $13,000 raise our representatives in Washington recently gave themselves. Can you imagine Speaker O'Neill of Massachusetts saying words to the effect that sometimes for the good of the country it's necessary to go against the will of the people? Or how about Congressman Miller of California, who compares congressmen to baseball players and thinks they should both make huge salaries? Seriously, if I were a congressman, I'd be more than apprehensive about returning home. I would like to give a big tip of the hat to Congressman Norm Demores, our other congressman, for condemning the raise and promising to return it. P.S. Mrs. Ruth McPhail is one of those who is outraged, and Congress will learn that it has gone too far. So those big raise for Congress, and Mr. Blastos was a little upset, as well as Mrs. McPhail. Now, I had always heard that name growing up. It's a name that's very well known in Keene, and I had to ask my mom who she was. Apparently, she had a lot to do with the fountain being built in the common of Keene. Apparently, a very rich older lady that had a lot of interest in Keene. But I'll try and do some research on her. Crew call. That's right. We've got another great crew. They've all been fed, and they're all happy. Well, some of them are happy. We'll start out on camera 2 with Eric. He's back. He took last week off, but disappeared to do something. We have on camera 1, we have Ben with us again, as usual. Camera 3, we have Mike. And standing next to camera 3 is Greg, our floor director, hiding behind Ben's camera, actually. And out in the phones, we have Jane working the phones, and she's hanging out there with her son, Ryan. And he's enjoying the show because we were all filled up for spots again, and too much help and not enough positions. Now, into the booth. We'll have Bruce and Andrea in the booth.
How's it going out there?
All right, Bruce. How's things now with you?
We're doing all right in here tonight.
Yeah?
We had a little bit of a snafu there at the start.
I feel like I'm rushing.
No, you're doing fine.
You know?
We're 14 and a half minutes in. You're almost right on schedule, buddy.
The humidity is a lot better tonight because my hair is actually doing what I needed to do.
There you go.
So I'm pretty happy.
Awesome.
Yeah, some of those news stories are pretty good. That actually you sent me that your buddy Joe had sent you from out in Reno.
Yeah, we sent you. Forwarded a couple of wild ones that my buddy had sent me. So.
There were a couple I couldn't even use on the show.
Oh, I know it.
So, but I filed them away. So, God, that's my closing card. So tonight we got a special super treat for a guest, Bruce, because this guy's a repeat offender. We had him on a few weeks ago, and everybody seemed enthralled with his words. So I'd like to welcome back Keith Cody.
Hey, thanks, Rick.
Good to have you back,
I was
Keith.
going to interrupt you on some of those headlines because a couple birds said auto, but you were on a roll, so I didn't want to mess with you. But some of them are unreal, I'm telling you.
The Kennedy thing.
Well, I was thinking more of the 77 one. Do you remember that was right after, if you remember correctly, because you're as old as I am, I'm sure. No,
Yeah.
maybe not, but still.
I'll probably close.
All right, but and I know it was a fog in those days for me, but I do remember they just got on telling us from the president on down that we needed to tighten our belts. America needed to cinch up their belts and swallow the gas. That was when the gas lines were
Oh,
up
yeah.
the wazoo. Gas prices first went up to a whopping like 75 cents to $1 a gallon. And he says, you got to tighten your belt. Right after that, they slammed themselves a raise.
Yeah.
I remember that. That part I do remember.
Yep. Yep.
I wasn't
And-
living up here at the time, but I was.
Oh yeah, Carter was all on the energy bill.
Oh
and-
yeah, it was a big
oh, yeah.
thing, and then all of a sudden, it was right after that. He's telling everybody, tighten it up, you know, do more shopping at Kmart, you know, and it's like, but we want to, you know, the Congress wants a raise, so here they go.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, and the fat cats take, and the poor people just keep working.
Oh yeah, it was
You know?
funny. It was funny when I heard that. I'm thinking, hey, I remember when that happened. It was like, yeah, I couldn't get a raise. I was paying out wazoo for gas. You know, I was living in Virginia. We weren't paying as much as they were up here, you know.
Yep.
But it was like, yeah, give us more money.
It's crazy. And what's with gas prices now? All of a sudden they shot back up.
Oh, I know
You
it,
know?
but you know these guys are unreal though. It's like just like the whole gas shortage. That I remember there was plenty of gas all throughout the Vietnam War. Then Vietnam ended, and we're not burning as much gas, but now we have a gas shortage.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to tell me
Oh,
how that
yeah, I
happened? You
remember.
know, I mean, I can remember my brother talking about, you know, when they couldn't land on the fire with the full load, they'd drop hundreds of thousands of gallons of fuel in the jungles,
Oh yeah.
and
yep.
we had plenty of fuel then.
Oh man, they used to do it when I was in the service on the boat. Every time a plane lands, they dump excess fuel.
Yeah, yeah, because that's right. You were
Yeah.
in the Navy then, so you
Yeah.
would have seen that. Yeah, and yet all of a sudden, when the war ended, and all that, it's like, hey, we got to tighten the belts up.
And you know, commercial flights do the same thing.
I didn't know that. I really didn't.
Oh yeah, before they come in, planes can only land with so much fuel on. them.
Oh, that's right. Because of weight limit or whatever.
So
it
as
is,
they're
yeah.
coming in over the water, they're dumping. Of course, it turns into vapor as it comes out of the back of the plane.
Right. Well, you have what, 30,000 feet in the air or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
but they dump any excess.
I didn't realize that. No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! I have some tickets
Oh.
to Superstar. What should I do with these? Actually, I mentioned to Lee that I was going to give them away, but I got two of them I'll give away. I don't think anybody can get the answer to this question. We'll take anybody that can call me up and tell me the answer to this question. 10? You want me to give away 10 tickets all in one bundle? I'll give away 10 tickets. The first two go to the person that can answer this question. In the movie The Enforcer,
Ooh.
all right? The Enforcer. Clint Eastwood played Dirty Harry, carried the big 44 Magnum. A lot of great quotes came out of that movie. There was a person slated to play Harry Callahan before Clint Eastwood. You know who that was?
I think I just heard it whispered, but I don't know.
We're going to see if anybody on the phone knows. I did hear Mike say it, but
So
he's
that's
a member of the crew, and he can't win nothing.
Well, I can't. I'm
Because
not.
this is just like TV.
Well, I'm not going to cheat because I heard him whisper it. So, but I didn't know. Yeah.
This is just like TV. We have Gino on the phone. Gino wants to be first. Gino, you're unfiltered, buddy.
Yeah, I like to get it over. I like to get it done. You like Larry the Cable Guy?
Hold on, Andrea. Hold on, Gino. Andrea, can you bring up the studio volume a little? You still there, Gino?
Yes, I am.
I can barely hear you here in the studio.
I got feedback here, but
Hold on, Gino. We're working on it, buddy.
all right.
All right, how's that?
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now, barely, but I can hear you.
I'm just gonna guess. John Wayne. I don't know. This is just a.
It wasn't John Wayne, Gino.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
That's cool. I just wanted to call you and just to get it done. I don't want to interrupt your conversation. You got a good guest tonight. But hey, Rick.
Yes. Hey, Rick, sorry, Gino. Oh, Gino.
I know.
I thought it was Lee, Gino, because Lee's in here messing with the studio speaker, and I thought it was him.
I'm treading water here.
That's a good one, brother.
I'm calling a plumber, but
I know I didn't get out to see you Saturday. I ran out of time, man. I'm sorry to mess with you, buddy.
All right, well, I just wanted to say hi. I got nothing to say. I do want to hear your guest tonight because
All right, buddy.
before, and I'm getting the feedback again, but
Yeah, we've been having a little problem. We're still trying to tweak in the whole new phone system thing.
all right. I wish I could get a hold of a guitar. I can get the $20. I would really love to do that March 8th thing, but
Oh, yeah.
not March 8th, but Sunday night, the Superstar thing.
Yep. Yeah, I know, Gino.
All right, gonna let you go.
Okay, I will make it a point to get down and see you this weekend. Saturday.
Saturday I'm working, and possibly Sunday again, but it's crazy.
All right.
But I don't know. We gotta switch numbers or something so we can keep in touch.
Okay, buddy.
But your guest, does all his family work for the federal government? I mean, are they all postmasters?
No, just one of his sons is.
That's one.
I saw that show. He's a radical. I'm telling you. That's great. And
Yeah, he's all right,
the guy
buddy.
you got on now, I saw the show before, and he's got a lot to say. He's wound for sound. He looks like he should be right up there on stage with Leonard Skinner. I'm telling you. That's
Talking
hard.
my boy, though.
That's hard.
He
All
should,
right.
Gino.
Bye.
All right, take it easy, bud. Yeah, I don't know. The phone's weird. Last week, the phone was perfect, man.
Yeah, I know. This,
I don't
I
know.
was like in and out.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you because I
All
saw it last night on a show. I've never seen this show before. All right, how many decades in 2 millennium?
I mean, decades in 2 millennium?
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's like a lot. There's 200.
There you go. Girl last night got it wrong. She was had to admit she was dumber than a fifth grader.
No, it was tough because it's the whole math thing.
You had to think
know?
a second, but it's still it's easy to come up with the answer, But I mean, I was laughing my ass off. It was like,
At first, I was thinking century.
she backed out and settled for $100,000 instead of going for the big dog, but
Oh, yeah.
but she blew the answer anyways.
Have you heard about that show there that... Oh, wait, I know what.
That's what it was on, probably the dumber than a fifth grader or something.
It could be. We have another phone call. Tarzan. Tarzan, you're
Rick.
unfiltered.
Hey Rick, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, there's a new show, Jeff Foxworthy, with the
Yeah.
fifth grade.
Are you smarter than a
answering
fifth
questions.
grader?
Did you see that?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
It's hilarious. They
Is
got
it?
like 40-year-old people trying to compete with fifth graders.
Now,
on
be
national
honest,
TV.
buddy. Do you know the answers to all the questions?
Well, I knew 3 of them. 3 out of 5.
Well, it's...
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's
You
cool.
got a great guest tonight, and I won't keep you, but I want you to mention the war and the war heroes that are over there right now.
Well, apparently the war's back on now, Tarzan. It was off for 2 weeks because Anna Nicole was being taken care of,
Yeah,
but now it's back on, so, yeah.
yeah. We have to keep these guys in mind.
That's right, buddy.
This whole thing with the VA hospital down in D.C. is a disgrace, and the guy got fired today. So,
Oh, I haven't been following that.
yeah, they're going to keep up on those guys. They're going to take care of our people,
Yes, they
men
do.
and women. So I'll let you go, Rick.
All right, bud. It's good to hear from you.
All right, thank you.
All right, night.
Bye.
That was a good thing he mentioned because I hadn't heard the latest, but I do know the VA can. Well, it depends. This Kenneth, my son, he hurt his back, and he's been doing pretty good with the VA here. They've been pretty good for him. Slow on some things, but not dragging. I don't know how they are for the veterans coming back, but some around the country are really terrible. My father-in-law was 32 years in, 3 tours in Vietnam, and 3 months before he died, they finally approved him for some of the to attribute some of his illness due to the fact that he'd spent years in the jungles of South America, Southeast Asia, and all that. But it took him. He was been retired for 20 years, been sick for a long time. It took him to about 3 months before he died before they finally approved it. It was too late.
Isn't that awful?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It
Yeah.
really is.
And I mean,
There's no way these guys should be standing in line like they are.
It's like Iraq is not the only war that's going on.
It's not the only war that's going on. It's not the only one that's ever been fought. There's
Man.
veterans out there that go way back.
Another one. Drew, you're unfiltered.
Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad. What's up?
Dude, I heard you were something about this new game show you're looking for, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to put it together, and it's so much work, and I'm just getting so squeezed on time with everything, man.
Oh, I see. Because
But-
I wanted to help you out with contestants and whatnot, you know?
I did get your email. Yes, I did. And, hey, how many tickets do you want for Superstar, buddy?
A superstar?
Yeah.
I don't know. Give me 3 tickets.
You want to go to Superstar on Sunday?
Why not? Yeah.
3 tickets? All right, stop down here at Cheshire TV sometime tomorrow.
Hey, where is Cheshire TV?
Right next to the public library.
Oh, sweet, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll-
one other thing. I was doing a little research, and now you were involved with Keen Comic or something like that, a stand-up competition?
Yes, I
Is that
was.
right? Now, so what were the results of that?
The first year, I was 3rd place. And last year, you're not the Drew that won, are you?
Oh, no.
Oh, all right, because a cat named Drew won this past year.
So when did they hold it, over the summer?
Yeah, in July, yep.
You doing it again this year?
It happens on Thursday night, so we'll see.
All right, man.
I may have
Well,
to
hope
tape
you
a few
do.
episodes, or heck, by July, I may be ready for a vacation. I may just throw a month of repeats up.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. All right, well, hey, thanks a lot, man. Keep on rocking.
All right, man, and stop by the studio, and there'll be 3 tickets with your name on them.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. Repeat what? Oh, I'm sorry. I got a sign that says repeat with a question mark. And I'm going, no, it's not a repeat. This is a live show. You should know that, Greg. Yeah, the trivia question is, in the movie The Enforcer, there was a person scheduled to play Dirty Harry instead of Clint Eastwood. And if you know who that was, call me, and you'll win a couple of tickets to Superstar. So I saved this out from my 77 stuff.
Okay, good.
Because I know you're a military guy, and you'd appreciate this. This week, in 1977, the headline, Minnesota's Navy abolished. And it was St. Paul, Minnesota.
This isn't real, is it?
This is real. The Minnesota House voted Thursday to abolish the Minnesota Navy. The unit has existed only on paper since World War II. There was one concerned question on the House floor. What would Minnesota do in case of an attack by Canada? But representatives threw caution to the winds and gave the bill final approval.
Well, see, you already answered one question, because I was going to say, first of all, I didn't know they had a Navy. I mean, second of all, where would they keep the ships? I mean,
St. Paul, apparently. I don't know, but they got water up there.
yeah, they have water, but I'm just thinking Navy, ocean, but it's like, yeah. They
I
got
don't know
the lakes.
what they had for a Navy. Could have been a couple of fishing boats, and a couple of, maybe a dinghy or two. Throw a few guys in there with rifles.
Yeah, with a 30-30, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, we got a battle cruiser here, you know.
Exactly.
I don't think they have to worry about throwing back the Canadians, though.
Like I said, the National Guard or then the Coast Guard took over or
Yeah,
something.
'cause, well, I'll probably go dates way back. Like some of those old blue laws you'll see on the books, you know.
Yeah, and you must remember, well, we have another phone caller. We have Vlad on the phone. Vlad, you're unfiltered.
Hello, Rick.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm all right. What's up?
It is wonderful to speak to you tonight.
It's
I
good.
am new to your country here, and I have moved to New Hampshire, which is a lovely place.
You
I
think
want
so?
to tell you right now.
Kind of reminds you of home, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Except for no armed people walking around, which is a good thing. Not many people here, use their guns.
You need to look closer, buddy, because we can.
What?
Everybody's armed here. Believe me, everybody's armed.
Well, fortunately, it's not like the old Wild West, where I am from. But I am calling because I want to say this is a wonderful thing you have in your country. Is people can just get on the TV and talk about what makes them happy, and I find your show amazing. I am calling because I want to try your trivia question.
You have a question?
No, you are asking the trivia question?
Yeah, the
Yes?
trivia question, sure.
Yes, I want to try my hand.
Oh,
Is that how you say? Your
Sure.
hand? I want to put my hand in it.
sure.
All right.
What do you think?
You're shooting. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to hear the question?
I am
Again,
wondering
my
if you-
God.
At your leisure, my friend. You ask me the question.
All right, the question is, in the movie The Enforcer, there was a person slated to play the role of Dirty Harry before Clint Eastwood. Do you know who that was?
In the movie The Enforcer?
Yes.
A movie. Who is Clint Eastwood?
He's the go ahead and make my day guy, you know.
Make your day? Someone is playing The Enforcer before Clint Eastwood?
They were supposed to.
He was supposed to.
He was supposed
to.
to.
Did not want him to?
Did you get American movies where you're from?
No, we don't really have television where I'm from. We frequently just whittle, as you say, with the wood.
Oh, okay, yeah, whittle with wood.
With the wood, yes, and we count the chickens, and sometimes, there are other things that we do. I cannot say on the TV.
I think I do the same thing.
Very good. Who is to play the Dirty Harry before? I will take, as you say, I will take a stick. I will stick at it. He's the famous American actor, Henry Fonda.
No, it wasn't Henry Fonda.
No?
No, sorry.
Can I try again?
No, that's sorry, Vlad.
Oh.
This is America, only one vote.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Sorry, buddy.
I wanted to try. I am trying, and it was very fun. It was very fun for me. I am enjoying myself immensely.
Well, thank you. And
well, thank you very much, Rick. You have a wonderful show. I will call in again, and we will talk some more, yes?
definitely keep watching, Vlad, and call in again.
All right. Viva America. Have a great night.
I think you need to get him on the show.
Hey, we can book him, yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, I was trying to figure out if he was for real or not at first.
Is that like Borat or something?
I thought maybe a friend of yours was.
I'm assuming he was from Russia.
Well,
I forgot to ask. I'm not a very
maybe a
good
friend of yours was
interviewer.
around the corner with a cell phone just playing a game on you at
But
first.
he doesn't get tickets, sorry. See, he wanted a second guess, and that's not America. One vote, one voice, one vote.
Well, I don't know how Americans try to get a second shot at it, hanging chads,
Man, it never stops. I got some damn weirdos. And that's just in the crew here.
Well, like you said, that's America. The melting pot.
God. All right, so Drew gets 3 tickets. I gotta keep track of this stuff. All right. And I don't think anybody will guess this. I would have never guessed it, but I saw it on the History Channel the other night.
I tell you the truth, I would have thrown some name up there. It wouldn't have been right, but I overheard somebody whispering it, so now I'm an expert on it.
History Channel makes you feel like an expert on a lot of things.
Well, that's the problem. It's a good show, but you can't always base everything on it. That's all. But it is a good program.
Yeah, they were interviewing the guy that actually, after Clint Eastwood got the part, and he was going to carry the .44 Magnum. They interviewed the guy that added all those extra little lines about the .44 Magnum.
Oh, really?
The most powerful handgun in the world, and have I fired 5 or 6 shots? And come to find out, he had fired 6. So
I never counted.
But the crook
that's
at
right.
the end of the scene. I went
That's
back and
right.
I watched the scene, and the crook, the guy laying on the ground at the end of the scene, looks up, and he asked him, and Clint Eastwood pulled the trigger. And it just clicked.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I couldn't remember.
I know, it's such an old movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
That thing goes back, but he had some good ones out. But I saw Clint the other day on. I didn't watch the whole thing, but he was on the Oscars. He's getting old.
Yeah, he is. He is. We have another call. We have Lee on the phone. Lee, what's up?
Hello?
Hello, what's going on? You're Unfiltered.
Hey, I think I might know the answer.
You think you might? Now, hold on. Is your name Lee or is it Terry?
Yeah. Lee,
It's Lee. Okay.
I called you.
You called me last week. And when I
called
watched
you last week, too.
when I watched the episode last week, I thought you said, "Hey Rick, this is Terry." But it confused
no.
me.
It's Lee, like the manager of your company.
Okay. All right. You think you know the answer, Lee? Are you still there, Lee?
Is it Old Blue Eyes?
It is Old Blue Eyes. Were you watching History Channel the other night, too?
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. That's right, Old Blue Eyes.
No, I went on the internet.
Aha! Smart
My
man.
man.
See?
Yeah,
Yep.
see how quick it is? He was zapped on.
Hey, Lee, stop by the station tomorrow and you can pick up 4 tickets to the Superstar Show. How's that, buddy?
Can I send somebody in to get them?
You can send somebody in to get them.
Is it for this week's or is it for any week's?
It is for this week.
Okay. Well, it's good talking to you.
Good
Yes.
talking to you.
And keep up the good work. Hey, I got an idea.
All right?
I got one other thing. You said you were going to do a game show.
Yes.
Why don't you do one about rock and roll trivia?
Rock and roll. That's another good idea.
You could call it Rock Blood.
There will actually in my in the quotes game that I'm working up. There's a lot of song lyrics. What song did these lines come from and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
I'll let you go because you got a good guest there today.
All right, buddy. Stop by there. Send somebody into the station to pick up your 4 tickets to Superstar.
Okay.
All right, bud. Have a good night.
See,
You too.
you're shy of computers, and this guy showed you what you do with them.
No doubt.
He
Yeah.
banged on that quick.
Yep, he did. Good guy. He's called in a few times and always had good, interesting things to talk about. So, called in when I had Sweet Baby Ray on, asking him how it felt to be a New York Yankees fan up here among all us Boston fans.
I couldn't believe it.
Because Lee's from New York too.
You know, I couldn't believe when I moved back here, because when I left, it was just given that everybody here was a Red Sox fan. It was rare you'd find a Yankee fan, except for my sister. But anyways, then I got up here, and now they go, "Oh, nice hat. Oh, you're a Sox fan?" And it's like, yeah, who else would I root for being up here? You know, and I found a lot of Yankees treaded into our territory.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got Yankees fans up here too. We're not prejudiced. We let
Must be
anybody
tax
in.
free. Must because it's no state income
I
tax.
mean, we let Eric come and run cameras, and he's a hardcore Yankees fan.
That's what really shocked me is you actually let them in the state, to live.
Yeah.
As Yankee fans.
Gino's on the phone. Gino, you're unfiltered, buddy.
Hey, sorry to bug you again, Rick, but Fred here, one of your other fans, has put some food and thought in and this guy was a hero. And when I was young, the Rifleman, Chuck Connors. I never would have thought it was Frank Sinatra.
I know, and actually,
Chuck Connors, he was a bad one, but
I got 3 tickets left, Gino.
as soon as he
You
I
want
wanna
3
be
tickets
on
to
the
Superstar,
stage.
Gino?
I don't want to be in the stands, Rick. I want to be on the stage.
Oh, all right, man.
I'm,
All right.
I'm trying to work on that.
All right. I'll give you 3 tickets because, I was on my way home last night and I started thinking about the Rifleman. That was going to be one of my trivia questions. Who played the Rifleman?
Oh, I can tell you anything you want about
That's
the
like you're
1967
psychic,
Red
Gino,
Sox,
buddy.
or the Rifleman, or back in that era.
Those were some good old shows, and he used to shoot all day long, and he'd never kill anybody.
But
Do you know what rifle he used? Caliber?
He used a 30-30, Winchester
No, he didn't.
30-30.
No, he didn't. Nope.
No, what did he use?
4440. It was a
yeah,
4440.
there used to be a 38-55 back in the old days with an octagon
But I
barrel.
remember
That
reading it was a
prior.
4440 modified grip.
Yep, and I had one of them little plastic guns that you used to buy at the Giant store. They had the big ring like that with a little thing that you could trip the trigger thing, so every time you levered it, it would shoot off a cat.
I think I had one of those.
Bullet. Oh, man. And as soon as he died, they found out he was gay. That killed him.
Oh, really? I didn't even hear that. To join the club,
Oh, yeah,
I guess.
Chuck Connors was
Him
gay,
and
but they never knew it till after he
Ooh,
was
Rock
dead.
Hudson and all them old guys.
The one that played Wyatt Earp, you old
Apparently.
Brian.
Yeah.
I read the Waylon Jennings biography, and he spent a chapter and a half talking about all the drug use that used to go on back in those old days of country music, and it amazed me. Because it was, honest to goodness heroes to people, and they were doing some down and dirty things in the back,
Yeah. Well, it's like, the rock stars, they turn gay, basically, because they got so many women all the time, they just get bored with it, evidently.
Apparently, yeah, when you've had so many thrills that you just can't keep up,
Coming up on that.
But
But
Uh-oh. Hey, Gino, I got to let you go, buddy, because it's time for Matt to call in.
okay, I'm going to let you go, Rick. But one thing, one of your callers talked about chickens, the Al Qaeda guy, sound like Bin Laden.
Yep.
A friend of mine I used to work with talked about he was into poultry sex. He says if you have sex with a Cornish game hen, it makes you feel really big. I don't know where that goes. But
Gino, that's just wrong, buddy.
I know. I
It's
didn't
just
think
wrong.
So, all right, bye.
I see ya.
Talk about drug use.
That's just wrong.
What do you think?
You know, down inside, Gino's a sick individual, really, just like me. It's fun. Yeah. Yeah, we should hopefully, we'll keep the phone line open for
Well, you lost
a few
one of your
minutes.
trivia questions, but there is another one you can ask about Chuck Connors, and that is what he did before he became an actor.
All right, that's the next trivia question. I got 3 tickets left. If anybody can call me and tell me what Chuck Connors did before he was the rifleman.
What is the forever stamp deal?
Hey, thanks, Bruce, buddy. What's going on with this forever stamp?
What do you mean the forever stamp?
Say I want to mail a letter in 30 years.
You think they tell me anything?
Oh, never mind.
We're still in contract negotiations. We haven't even got a contract.
Have you heard anything about it?
No, not much more than you have. When they see what we get is the same thing you get until they actually finalize something, and then they'll say, "Okay, this is the new deal. Here you go. This is what it's all about."
Because so far, the way that I've got it figured is that
Whatever you
you
pay will
have
be
to
forever.
buy a bundle of them.
And then that'll be that you get it basically, and if the stamps go up, you still get to use those until they're done, which I think is.
But what if you run out of them?
Well, then you have to buy at the new price. But that's still a better deal than having to go out and buy a bunch of 1-cent stamps.
So I would have to go out right now and buy like 10,000 41-cent
if you're
stamps
that-
if I use.
if you think you're
if
going
I-
to mail that much,
If I
yeah.
support the post office.
But if you think you're going to mail that much, but you know, people that mail that much they buy the meters. See,
now, why wouldn't anybody just buy a meter?
you have to
instead
have
of
a certain
forever
amount of
stamp?
mailing to qualify.
Oh, I get
And
it.
I'm a carrier. And so that's on a different side of the coin than I'm at, but I do understand that part of it. But if you really want the intricates of that, you have to deal. That's when you ask Kenneth and all them. Kenneth, they keep aware of because he's the guy that sells them. He is a clerk.
We have.
They
Devin.
have a contract. Carriers don't.
We have another phone call. We have Devin on the phone. Devin, you're unfiltered.
What's up, Rick? How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I know the answer to your trivia question.
The first one?
No, the second one.
All right.
He was center for the Celtics.
He was what?
The center for the Boston Celtics.
He was a basketball player.
Devin, you can stop down and pick up 3 tickets, buddy.
Tell you the truth,
I'd
you
be
knew more
glad
because I
to.
didn't know it was.
I
for the
didn't
Celtics.
even know that, man.
I didn't know it was
Hey.
for the Celtics, but I
Did
knew he
you
played
look it
basketball.
up on the internet?
No, I'm a big Celtics
A
fan.
Celtics fan, okay.
See, I didn't
and
know
he
he was
did.
a
He
Celtics
played for the
player.
Celtics.
Yeah.
I knew he played
That's
basketball.
awesome.
That's all I knew. I just knew that part of it. I didn't know who he played for. I knew he was a basketball player.
That's cool, man. I didn't know that.
Yep. So what am I going to, Rick?
You're going to the Superstar Show.
And what is that?
It is a talent and variety show.
Ooh, are you going to be there, Rick?
I will be making an appearance.
I will be glad to see you.
All right,
Where?
buddy.
I'm a frequent watcher.
Excellent, excellent.
All right. See you there, Rick.
All right, have a nice night, buddy.
Hey, you too.
The only way
There we go. I just gave away all the tickets.
See, I didn't know who he played for. Just that I remember, and I don't know much about Chuck Connors. All I know is I was browsing through this "Who Were They Once" or whatever kind of things, and it happened. His name popped up, and I remember basketball
That's
next
so
to
cool because I didn't know.
Because there was a number of guys like Kurt Russell was in the minor leagues. It was a ball player till I think he blew out his knee or his hip or something. Then he came back to acting. He started out as Jamie McFeeters and all that, and then he went into baseball. Then he come back to acting. But that's how, and I found out that through the same thing. It's just little things like different guys do, like Drew Carey was the Marines, something like that. I have no idea. I really
Good
didn't know who he
trivia
played
question,
for.
buddy, because it tied right into local stuff and
Well, it's the only one I can
everything.
think of because I happen to remember seeing it one time. That's all. I don't know much
Man,
about
oh,
the man
man.
myself. I didn't even know he was gay.
Hey,
Through me.
I know what we can talk about for a few minutes. See, it's how Tarzan called and reminded me that we still got a war going on. about them guys that targeted Dick Cheney there with the bomb?
Well, according to all the experts, it just was an incident. He
Just
wasn't
another
targeting him.
incident.
He just had to be in the neighborhood like it wasn't a target.
See,
What-
I don't know. I've been thinking about this, and everybody I mentioned to says, Rick, no, it's not a good idea. But I would love to take a camera out sometime and clear it with a store manager to walk into a store with one of those vests that they use for training, the military, the suicide vest things. Mm-hmm. And they've got them built up, and they use plastic tubes to represent the dynamite. Mm-hmm. And they've got a little buzzer on them.
You got my interest up.
I want
To see if
to
anybody
stroll
notices
around a
or what?
store sometime and just go beep. Everybody, if I was a suicide bomber, everybody within 40 feet would be dead. Count them up. And then say, how safe do you really feel?
Well,
You know, if
I
you
thought maybe
think
you were going to
about
see
it-
if anybody would even notice you wearing it, I mean, because
Well-
Americans go along, and it's not their fault. We do it, you do it, I do it.
Well, no, I mean, it's
We
winter
blindly
time.
walk
People are
along, we don't pay
bundled up.
attention.
People are bundled up. It's winter time. I mean, if I wore, my heavy fatigue jacket in the summertime, people would probably.
I mean, it's
Get
like
ahead,
like the things they
but-
tell you to look for. Do you actually sit there and look to see if a guy leaves a briefcase and walks off on it?
I'm not that vigilant, really.
No, that's what I mean. We know we should be, but we never are. So I'm wondering if they'd even notice you had it on, and if you push the button, some old lady probably tell you to stop making that noise.
I jumped in my car one morning and I pulled down the street because I give Andrea a ride down to work, and some guy walking his dog says, "Hey, Rick, you've got your tire's real soft on the other side." And I got out and I looked, and yep, it was damn near flat.
We just don't know.
And if he hadn't said anything, I probably would have drove all the way to work.
Americans are in a hurry. We keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not used to that, and that we'll pay a price one day for it. It's sad to say, but you can't point fingers because I'm as guilty as anybody.
Oh yeah, and it's just
You think
because
about
you
it after
feel
the
safe.
fact. Yeah, you think about it
You
after
know?
the fact. Plus, at the same time, if you want to know the truth, we're probably better off that we are that way, because otherwise they win. If we run around looking behind every corner,
Right.
It was
Right.
funny. That's what I want to. One of the articles, the little headlines you wrote from, I think it was '77,
You want me to
about
grab it?
fear, kids that have fear.
Oh yeah.
There was a program. I didn't see the whole thing, but I caught a piece of it, and it is about the fear we've instilled in the kids. And some of it is through good intentions of warning them what's out there, the bad guys, this and that. But kids are like scared to death of every stranger
see,
of this and that.
now
Are we
it's
overdoing
people.
it? You know what I mean? I think we're overdoing it maybe.
Now you have to be scared of people. Back when I was a kid, it was don't talk to strangers, and it was as simple as that. But as a young teenager and a adolescent, we were all scared of nuclear war because there was the big threat of nuclear war.
Remember, get under the desk; it'll protect you.
Yeah, the school desk will protect you from a bomb. Sure.
With nuclear fallout, yeah, that'll work. I remember that. Yeah, run down to the bomb shelter,
Yeah, down to the bomb shelter, and they had all the cans up there with months worth of. Like, it's probably that the government meat.
It's still out there too.
Yeah.
I think
They give it to old people. That's why I can't wait
Yeah, I
to
was
get
going to
old.
say they've got MREs now, so they don't give them to the military anymore. But I think the guys in Vietnam said that's what they got was the old
Yeah.
50s fallout shelter food.
Yeah.
But I mean, no. But you think about it, they've actually though. In some ways, it's good because I do remember seeing one study. It said that for so many years, people are very judgmental on the way people look. You've seen my kids, well, Aaron was kind of toned down, but Kenneth, I mean, he's got all the tats and his.
Yep.
They automatically assume he's got to be a gangster, a drug addict, this and that. So they've always warned the kid, watch out for that guy, that evil-looking guy, that bad-looking guy.
Yep.
And it's the neighbor, the priest, the scoutmaster that's
Oh, yeah.
going after these kids. But at the same time, with warning them, I was watching this program, and I never thought of it because I've always warned my kids, beware of this and that. And it says it's actually caused a lot of fear in kids, a fear for
Yep.
everything, I mean, some of them are afraid to go out of the house. And
Yep.
I didn't see the whole program, so I can't say the extent of it. But it was kind of interesting when you read that 30 years later, they're finding that we've kind of gone overboard. Just like I was watching a piece, and you remember when the whole movement that We won't score kids' baseball games and we won't have competition.
Everybody's a winner.
And that way everybody's
Yeah.
a winner. And they've given trophies to sixth place teams just for participating.
Yep.
They're finding that as part of a problem with kids becoming adults. Because they
What I
don't
can't
know what
believe
it's
is-
like to lose and they can't accept it.
In
They have
Little
a hard
League,
time
you
accepting
can't
it.
strike out anymore in Little League.
See, and the thing is, but telling them they can't fail, that there are winners for trying, that's good to a point. But when you get them
man.
out in the real world and they find out that there is failure, that you don't always win, and you don't always get a prize for coming in second, third, down the line.
When I was in Pee Wee League, no lie, I stunk. I played catcher because I got to wear all the padding. I was a little tiny kid, scrawny, and I couldn't hit. I would miss the ball every time. Here's exactly what my coach says. Lean into it. You'll get on base every time. And it'll toughen you up.
Well, see, there's extremists, but at the same time,
And we never had knee pads, elbow pads, bicycle helmet.
and face masks for hitting and all that. You just like
My
I was
God.
when my sons were playing, and my son Kenneth was an excellent ball player. I mean, Eric tried his best. He was an average ball player. He was more of a musician. He could naturally pick up and play.
Creative.
Kenneth was a natural as far as baseball goes, and I mean he was really good. He was super. And of all the trophies he's won, the one he won't display is the one that he got for, I think their team come in third or fourth place, and it was just for participating. He won't display it because he feels he didn't earn it. But I also was a little, I didn't go too over extreme, but at the same time, when a ball hit him in the face, I told him basically no blood, no bone, no pain. Shake it off, you can play. We always made sure he was okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's one of these things, like when one rule they had is a catcher was blocking the plate one day and one of the kids rolled him over. The kid got thrown out of the game. I was basically been out of baseball a while and I got back into it when my sons were playing. Yeah. And I'm going, what was he getting kicked out for? Unsportsmanlike conduct. I said,
That's
what do you
what you're
mean?
supposed to be
The guy
doing.
was blocking the plate. Yeah, but he should have tried to get around him. I said, well, then you're going out of the base path. That's illegal. No, in here, if you run over the catcher, I said, why don't you teach the catcher how to play his position so he doesn't block the plate?
That's
Instead,
right.
their answer is punish the guy that run him over.
If you're a catcher, you better be prepared to take the hit and hold on to the ball.
One of a really good catcher in this area that I watched for years played Legion ball. He was a few years ahead of me, and I come up and played Legion after him in a different team. But one of Darrell Watterson, I used to watch him, and he knew how to position himself. And if you tried to run him over, he'd make you pay because he knew how to play it. He'd roll with it, but he'd also made you feel a good portion of what he had on for gear when you tried to run him over.
Now-
Well, I learned to do that. And
Hold
it
on
makes
for
it
1
better.
second, Keith.
Oh, we got another one coming.
No, we don't have another one. Something just confused the hell out of me. Because you just mentioned a baseball catcher. You live in Charlestown, New Hampshire, and you didn't mention Carlton Fisk when you're mentioning
But see,
catchers.
I just moved there 6 years ago. I remember growing up.
You must
here.
drive by that sign every day that
Oh yeah,
says
well
home of Carlton
when we
Fisk.
first moved there, because we're all Red Sox fans, and Kenneth is a big fan. And every time we drive by, when we first moved there, Ken would go, "It's Carlton Fisk. It's Carlton Fisk." I said, "Well, it's getting old. We know he's there, and we know his family still owns the farm down the road." And tell you the truth, though, I one time when we lived in Gilsum, back when I was real little, we lived next to one of his uncles. I played ball with one of his cousins, who was more of a football player from Monadnock. His father lives on Wilson Pond. Never met the man himself. Don't know him. Remember growing up in this area, because he's a lot older than I am. I mean, Growl's got a lot more years on me.
I think it's funny in Charlestown that you see the historical marker. And on one side of the road, you come up to a historical marker and it says, "This is the site where General so-and-so started his big march for Bennington during the Revolutionary War." And then you go a little bit further down, there's another sign, historical marker, and you look up and it says, "Home of Carlton Fisk, Boston Red Sox catcher."
Well, you could drive down south of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, into Paquemmons County, just outside of it is a town called Hertford. And as you pull in, as you're driving into it, I don't think they've taken it down, even though the man's died by now. But you'll see home of Catfish Hunter, and it's a picture of him up there and all. Matter of fact, I got to meet him. My boys got the ball signed by him because he'd show up. Our county always played their county, It's in the school ball, and my son and Kenneth played for Currituck, and he took in. He played. He'd show up at all the tournaments, Catfish Runner would, and watch his boys play. His boys were better football players, or they were more football players. And he would also work at some of the baseball camps down there, teaching hitting.
Oh, cool.
Not pitching,
Yep.
teaching hitting. Hall of Fame pitcher teaching hitting.
That's
But the
neat.
thing is, so every town's got one. Oh, well, every town that's had someone come like that, small town.
Just outside of Oklahoma City, Garth Brooks has a water tower.
Does he really?
Yeah, it says home of Garth Brooks. It's like, that's kind of cool. Maybe someday I get a water tower in Keene.
Yeah, there you go. Rick Blood, you know. I don't think they'll give me a water
And driving
tower.
truck, you see them all over the place. Some of them are small, you know, astronauts and stuff, home of so-and-so, the astronaut, or, you know, different.
But I think it's
different
kind of cool,
little
though,
things.
a town like, you know, and what's really cool is in the 70s, there were a lot of good ball players coming from up there. He had his brother, Calvin, used to catch the fast pitch team for Wilbur Brothers in the fast pitch tournaments in softball, was an excellent catcher. And I think he made the minors but didn't go any further. And either another brother or a cousin named Conrad, because at one time Calvin and Conrad both played for Keene Collegiates, which was a 18 to 25-year-old team they had at the time in the 70s. And they were pretty good ball players, but you also, up in Walpole, you had the Allman brothers come out. You had the Watterson boys from around here, which Kevin Watterson, I think, has something to do with the Swamp Bats.
Yep.
But they were all really, really excellent ball players, you know. Me, I was good enough to make a team, but I was a mediocre at best kind of guy, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was funny you talking about leaning into it. I had a batting average about 214. I was decent defensively, but hitting was not my thing. And I read in the rule book one time you had to make an attempt to get out of the way of the pitch. Well, when your team needs a man on base and you're batting 214, you crowd that plate, and if you roll to the right but throw that hip to the left, you'll take a shot anywhere from here to there and get on base.
Oh, man.
My on base percentage was better than my hitting batting average, but
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
because I was not a hitter. Like I said, I was a mediocre player at best, but I loved the game, you know.
We got to wrap up, my friend.
Is it that much time already?
Yeah, it has.
Well, we really didn't get to what we were going to talk about, but we had fun.
We had a hell of a lot of fun.
Well, see, you didn't
And
build me
come
my
back.
pulpit, though. I told
You'll
you,
come
Bill,
back
when I
again.
preach. But
You'll
yeah.
come back again, I'm sure.
Well, I
wanna
want to
thank
know,
my
though, am
crew.
I here just as a fill-in, or did you really want me back?
Oh, no, we want you back all the time, buddy.
I'll come back.
I want to thank my crew. Ben, Eric, Mike, Greg, Bruce and Andrea, Jane on the phones, Ryan for all the help he's given us tonight. Remember the Superstar Show. The tickets are going fast. $6 before the show, $10 at the door. I want to thank my sponsors, 419 Eatery and Mom's Tattoo. Until next week, Rick Blood, peace.
Oh, we got sound